this evening. And of course, the Mountain Hawks, Mike, would like to get off that 2-game slide. They lost to Holy Cross there in Colgate, get back on the right track. And we said, as you said in the open, Mike, they have not lost a home game, league or independent, here at Stabler Arena.
9-0, Don DeVoe's Navy team in the first half, 2-5. Their 2 wins against Bucknell and against arch rival Army just last Friday night. Logie for 3. Lehigh leads.
Smooth, prolific scorer that Matt Logie is. Again, the thing that makes Matt Logie a good offensive ball player is shot selection.
244 threes now in his career here. That is #1 in that list, his 36th of the season.
Navy will look to pound the ball inside. They certainly know their offense is limited and they like to go inside out.
And there is Ofori, guarded by Tia. That's a nice matchup, and Kwame wins this one. 3-2 lead. Ofori averaging 3.7 a game. He's second in the team in assists with 40. Well, when you talk about Don DeVoe too, Rich, I mean, he's as good as it gets in all of college basketball. 505 career wins. A past coach of the year here in the Patriot League. I mean, he is just, he epitomizes all that is good about, you know, head basketball coach in Division I basketball. He's a terrific motivator. Zoe Savovich has his first bucket, 5-2 Lehigh.
And there we talked about Zoe in the open and his ability to convert and create offense for himself off the dribble. And Zoe Savovich again shows you why he is one of the most improved players, if not the most improved player in the Patriot League.
Ball loose, knocked out of bounds, last touched by Navy. Our 3-man officiating crew for our second game here. It features local guy George Krell, Jim Luchansky, and Bob Martin. 5-2 Lehigh. Logie has a 3-pointer. Savovich has a deuce. Those two have combined for nearly half of Lehigh's offensive output. Halftime tonight, they are going to honor the 1988 ECC Championship Lehigh team. Logie for a deep three.
Midshipmen are in trouble if Matt Logie gets into a rhythm early. And Mike, again, just the way he caught the ball, got those shoulders squared, and a good release of the basketball. He's in a comfort zone when it comes to shooting now. Again, Navy will continue to pound the ball inside to Ebon. And there we get a walk, though, on the senior. He's been their strength in the inside part of their game. And we mentioned Jason Jean-Pierre has been the perimeter offense, but certainly they're struggling right now because of the good defense on the part of the Mountain Hawks.
Rich, back to Logie. He was held to, just for the second time all year, to single digits, 2 points against Holy Cross. He came back with a good one against Colgate, where he had 18 points, including 2 threes. And there's a whistle and a foul off the ball, and I think they have Matt Crawford for an illegal screen. Don DeVoe, as good as it gets, Navy head coach, 11th season, 177 and 132. And the one thing you know you're going to get, now he might not be real happy with the wins and losses right this year, but you know you're going to get a work ethic that is second to none from his players in that tough, hard-nosed defense that his teams have been recognized for throughout the years.
They're going to be competitive regardless of, again, the quality of the offense. You know, defensively, they come to play every single night, and they receive, again, a little anxious and they're part of number 54 for the midshipmen. That was Mitch Moore. Gets called for the walk. And Don DeVoe, the last 2 years, though, Mike, 14 out of 17 away games they've lost. They really have struggled on the road. Overall record last year, 10-20. So last 2 seasons have really been difficult for the midshipmen. But as you said, Don DeVoe finds ways to turn things around, and his record speaks for itself.
Well, I do want to remind our viewers, I'm sure there's some tuning in. Navy, of course, did secure the services of as Logie's first miss, but there's an offensive putback for number 40, Dane Mickelson. Navy, of course, got Adam Lane out of Parkland High School, and Adam is in uniform. He has been brought up to the varsity the last 2 ball games.
Yes.
He played some in their last game against Army, so hopefully maybe we can get a look at Adam tonight or see him in some action. Navy continuing to struggle here offensively. Here's a foul underneath, and this one going to be against Lehigh. I think they have Matt Logie, who not only picked up the foul, but may have got the worst of all that pushing and shoving underneath.
His first, team second. There's a good picture. A good
There's
look at
Adam.
Adam Lehman. Mike had a chance to see him play a little bit in the Lafayette game too, so the young man has been brought up for get some experience, and it's good to see Adam.
10-2 Lehigh back in a moment. Winner from the last meeting, Lehigh won 76-59, first league win of the season. Savovich 19, Logie 16, Crawford 14. Navy's leading scorer was Scott Long. Matt Walt and Hermie, I tell you, you want to see something special. You want to see that bus he's got. That Hermie, I tell you, a little bit late in his day and age. That Hermie's a special character. Guy's doing a great job here tonight. This is our third event from Stable Arena Day. Of course, I hope our viewers enjoyed Lehigh's win over Cornell in college wrestling. Here's Rod Tia, rejected, however, by Ebon, but we have a foul. Lehigh beating Cornell in a battle of two top 10 teams in the nation, 27-10. And then, of course, the Lehigh women disposing of Navy in game one here.
Nice job of Rod Tia here, using the dribble extremely well there to move the defense a little bit and then make the strong penetration as Ebon came over, and the foul already occurred, though, as on the rejection. So he's earned the right to get to the line and shoot two. In the lineup, Mike, is number 12, Jason Jean-Pierre. He's been coming off the bench the last couple of games to try to provide a spark for his team. Obviously a starter, but again, coach has gone to allowing him to come off the bench to hopefully he can create some offense and again put some enthusiasm and some offense into their team when he comes off the bench.
12-2 Lehigh, contact, lost out of bounds. And Don DeVoe, not a happy head coach right now. He's trying to get anybody's ear in a striped shirt right now, and George Krell will be the beneficiary of that, I guess. Looking for a foul, did not get it. Contact, no call. Here's Rod Tia. Lehigh excited to have him back in the lineup. He gives them that little, obviously their press becomes even more effective with him in there. Here's Savovich. That off the mark. Zoe scrapping for the rebound but couldn't get there. Loose ball to number 10, Ofori. Picked up by Rod Tia. Entry pass inside, whistle and a foul from behind. They've got number 40, Dane Mickelson. Mickelson, a 6'8" sophomore.
Lehigh fouls on number 40, Dane Mickelson. That's his first, team third.
That's his first and the team's third, and you will continue to see the midshipmen work that inside offense, trying to get Ebon the basketball as much as possible. Again, they feel that's their strength and have to start from the inside in order to free their people in the perimeter.
I think Logie got caught from behind, and he did. That's going to be 2 fouls on Matt Logie. Still a long way to go here in the first half.
And Matt Logie wishes he brought that hand back and really didn't even go after it, because I think number 40, Dane Mickelson did a very good job there of contesting.
Jeff Charles to the line. And this is an area where Navy struggled, and they're just shooting 66% as a team. Now Logie a breather, along with number 32, Calgill, checking in number 11, Nick Monzere, along with number 34, Earl Nurse. Ellen had a tough break for Logie, who seemed to have that shooting touch going early, so 2 quick fouls. With 14:35 still to go first half, and he'll watch some now from the bench. Tia missed the games that he was out because of a shoulder injury. He did play the first meeting against Navy and was very instrumental in the win at 11 points, including a 3. Inside, Mickelson. Outside, Tia. Good move off the dribble. Missed the left-hand shot. The rebound to Navy. That's number 30, Scott Long.
A very nice penetration there by Rod Tia. Just didn't finish, but excellent use of the dribble to get there. Just a little too hard off the window. Let's see now if the midshipmen might settle in and try to get some looks, not only inside, but Jean-Pierre's in there right now, and he can stick it from the perimeter.
Missed that floater, and the rebound kicked out and retrieved by Navy. Foul once again off the ball, and they have Nurse. Nurse from behind, number 34, picks up his first foul.
Quickly, Lehigh's racking up the team fouls here. They already have 5 team fouls, and we're only not even halfway through the first half, as George Carell gets another turnover by the midshipmen, and that's been a problem also, taking care of the basketball.
Yeah, that foul, which, well, Going to look at the right side of your screen, and that's where it's going to be. Number 30, Scott Long, his first team second. Number 21, Mitch Gilfillan has checked in for Lehigh, 5'11" freshman, and a major contributor to the success of this year's team. He's a good one. Savovich, as this game has really gotten physical, and that's something that you expect when you get Navy.
When you get to play against Don DeVoe's team, expect a very physical, aggressive game. That's the way they play. They play hard. And again, they know their offense has been struggling, so they're trying to make things happen off the defensive end.
There's Savovich misfiring. Bodies flying once again. There's a rejection for Navy, and it'll stay right here with Lehigh.
There's Jeff Charles, who elevated to get a piece of that one. Certainly a good effort on his part.
Savovich goes to Monserrat, hero in the American win. Game you saw live on TV2 Sports, and there's a jump shot down the wall for Dave Nicholson.
Nice ball movement, good spacing by the Mountain Hawks, showing a patience again that's necessary to execute the offense, and Nicholson gets a nice look for the jumper.
Second field goal for Dane. He now has 4 points, 14-4 Lehigh. In rhythm, you can see that one going to go down for Jason Jean-Pierre. Player of the year, or player of the week one time last year as a junior. Struggling this year. He's averaged 11 points overall, but just 7.7 in Patriot League play.
And because he's one of the few consistent scorers, Mike, from the perimeter, teams can really lock on him and give him, try to get their best defensive man on him all the time. So it's been a little bit more difficult this year as we see Zoe Savovich show you how he can score, whether he's going to the basket from the top of the key or the baseline.
Steal this way, but prior to, there was an offensive foul, and it was number 40, Mickelson, stepping in. Yeah, Zoe, he's showing you all the shots in the arsenal. He has them all. This is a tough little effort.
Tough angle, a little release there, backs off it, and then again the one-hand release for a nice soft touch.
I think that kind of epitomizes the confidence that he's playing with. I mean, that's a shot you make because your confidence is high. That's not good technique. It's not probably a high percentage shot, but he found nothing but the bottom of the well with it.
I think that's a nice turn to use for this entire team on both ends of the court. They're playing defense and offense with a lot more confidence under Billy Taylor. He has really worked on building this team up and playing at that level that they have to be successful in the Patriot League.
Gilfillan, shot clock under 10. He'll let the 3 go. He's a terrific shooter. Gilfillan, 14 for 29 from beyond the arc. That's 48%. 19-6 Lehigh. Navy right inside, and a tough hoop for Francis Ebon.
Now you see the worth of Ebon, Mike. He can really physically create space and finishes nice and strong.
Ebon was the Patriot League's leading rebounder a year ago. He's averaging 12-3 a game in Patriot League play, and he is a physical specimen. Savovich. And there is Ebon to snatch away the miss. Number 3 in is Jason Fernandez. Fernandez picked up by Gilfillan in transition. And they swing it around to Jean-Pierre.
Good matchup there with Savovich on Jean-Pierre.
Floater won't go for Fernandez. Ball loose, and Savovich has it. Then they have a foul on number 12, Jean-Pierre. Good hustle by both teams. Matt Crawford, along with number 23, Chris Stevenson, checking in for Lehigh, but first a timeout. 19-8 Mountain Hawks.
Hey, little man, big moments. Brothers and sisters of Lehigh Valley. Leaves a lot of money out there for the kids, helping the kids. Come bowl with us. March 2nd, Jordan Lanes. Don't meet me there, beat me there. You're going to see my friend Katrina, and we're going to have a lot of fun.
Bowl for kids' sake. Come out and join Daryl Dawkins and the Valley Dogs who raise money for Big Brothers, Big Sisters. March 2nd at Jordan Lanes. For more information on registering a team, call today.
Lehigh 7 for 14 from the field, 50%. They've made 3 of 7 on their three-pointers. Navy, meanwhile, 3 for 8, 37%. Remarkable turnaround, +8 is the best in Division I. Last year, 5 and 23. This year already, 13 and 7. And as you can see, the best in Division 1A basketball. The BT Express, Billy Taylor. I want to thank him once again for taking time in his busy schedule. He phoned in this morning once again on our Sports Saturday, WAEB AM 790, 8 to 9 on Saturday mornings. Thank Whitehall head coach Jerry Radoka and his team for joining us this morning. That has turned out to be a very enjoyable 1 hour for me to learn a little bit more about the athletes and the coaches and all the people involved. I thank them for taking the time. It was really fun again this morning.
Just got a chance there, Mike, to see Matt Crawford. I think it's very important that this young man gets involved in the offense. He scored well against Lehigh, against the midshipmen last time out at Navy. And certainly they went to him early to go inside, although he did come up a little bit short. Matt Crawford had 14 points and 9 boards against Navy the first time they met.
First half standings, Holy Cross at 6 and 1. Lehigh 5 and 2, alone in second place. They were picked, by the way, to finish seventh. Bucknell, American, and Lafayette, ever improving Lafayette.
Yes.
You have Frano handling it. He's tough.
Yeah, big game last night, Mike. They knocked off Colgate, and they look solid. They put 3 games together now, so he's got them warmed up and ready to play.
Colgate now at 4 and 4, Navy 2 and 5, and of course Army struggling. You know, as I look at Navy and Army down there, Rich, you know, I can't help but, you know, and this is a personal opinion, and I'm not making excuses for anybody. But I just have to wonder, with our country and the state that it's in and the high security that we're on, if, you know, basketball is foremost on, you know, these athletes' mind. I mean, they are our academies. They're the protector of our countries. And I just have to believe that the atmosphere at both those academies, and again, I'm not making excuses, but I just have to wonder how important basketball is right now at both those places. Hey, Adam Lane's in the ballgame. There he is, number 45. That's why Don DeVoe is a successful coach. Think he doesn't know that Adam Lane, that this is an important night for him? Adam Lane, Parkland's all-time leading scorer in the ballgame for Navy. Scott Long with a bucket. It's 21-11 in favor of Lehigh.
Excuse me, Micah. You make a very good point. Adam Lane, again, a scorer coming into the lineup now, and he knows that more times Adam Lane gets in the flow of the offense, the more comfortable that young man's going to be, and we know he can knock him down.
Absolutely. Wearing number 45 inside, there's Long, and here is Lane. First touch of the ball game. Great to see Adam Lane get some action here tonight.
Nice move.
Won't go, and the rebound cleared by Crawford.
Good move by Scott Long, though, just a little too hard, but again, physically took the ball strong to the glass, came up a little bit short, as now the Mountain Hawks will go to work on this end.
I'll tell you what, I'm watching Adam Lane. He looks a little quicker of foot than he did a year ago. Looks a little thinner. There he is with a rebound. His stats so far in the year, this is just his 3rd game on the varsity level. That's his 3rd rebound. Ebon rejected by Crawford, and here's a steal for Lane. Lane bails out. Excellent play on his part to Ebon.
Nice job by Matt Crawford. Good move by Ebon. Good block by Crawford. Good hustle by Adam Lane. Midshipmen's get a little life now, it seems like. Now they made some substitution, as we see Jean-Pierre coming off the screen and knocking nothing, hitting nothing but nylon. This young man is a scorer, Mike, and if he gets in rhythm, he can keep his team close.
He had 7 points, 4 assists in the 76-59 loss to Lehigh, the first time these two teams met a couple of weeks ago. 23 is Stevenson. Excuse me, Coach.
I was going to say, good observation. Lane does look leaner.
Doesn't he?
Yes, he does. More sculpted. Certainly the physical fitness part of the service is doing him well.
Well, I'll tell you, you know, and
sure he's stronger.
I mentioned it in our first game. I had an opportunity to go to the academy last year and call the Lehigh Navy game for the Patriot League Network. But I'll tell you, everybody runs there. I mean, it's an amazing place. You see cadets. You see Navy people running from class to class. Everybody's on the move. There's nobody that's taking their time, so you're in shape.
So you felt right at home?
Nah, not really. They were tiring me out watching it. Terrific place if you ever get an opportunity. And what a beautiful town. Gorgeous area. Here's Nurse. Stevenson, joined by Monzere. Crawford and Gilfillan in the ball game right now for Lehigh. Here's Gilfillan. Bounce pass to Monterey. Baseline, tough angle. Offensive foul. Yeah, touch out of control, and when you do that against Navy, more often than not, you will get rung up for an offensive foul.
You see again a good recovery there, good defensive slide on the part of the midshipman there. Again, that's number 3, Fernandez, Jason Fernandez, the junior, gets in position for the offensive foul.
21-13 Lehigh, back in a moment. Lehigh University dance team. Lehigh ladies already a winner tonight. They maintain a share of first place. 1 game into the second half, 7-1. Sioux-Troyan squad, a terrific ball game and a hard-earned win against visiting Navy. And of course, Lehigh here against the Mids, looking to keep pace with first place Holy Cross. They're a game back to start the second half. 21-13, we welcome you back to Stabler Arena, where TV2 Sports has been all day. Lehigh men as Crawford rings up another block and draws oohs and ahs from this very good crowd here. Savovich. Rati is checked back in. Stevenson.
They shouldn't do a very good job of playing team defense, Mike. They really challenge the basketball on the one-on-one, and they're really good at talking to each other, communicating to each other on screens and helping recovery. There again, you see number 54 for the midshipman. That was Mitch Moore making the rotation to cut off the penetration. Well-schooled in team defense and putting pressure on the basketball.
Tee it in, down 7:03 to go first half. Lehigh leading 21-13. Savovich, that's kicked out of bounds. It'll stay here. They'll get a fresh 35.
Midshipman's going to make the Mountain Hawks work for every offensive set. Nothing comes easy against this team defense. This is where you have to show a little patience, set good screens, don't rush your offense, and take what the defense will give you.
You know, one of the things, Rich, that we have watched develop with this Lehigh program, and it's really prior to, Billy Taylor, is, going against the Navies and the Armies. One of the things that I think they had to learn to do in league play was match their intensity. And Lehigh did that over the last couple of years. You and I personally have done some Lehigh Navy games that were, just battles. And Lehigh's been able to hang in there, just not win games at the end. Obviously, they were able to do that down in Annapolis earlier. Tia lips out. And here comes Navy. Opportunity to cut into an 8-point deficit. Adam Lane. There's Long. There's Lane, offensive rebound, blocked by Crawford, but a foul. Well, Adam Lane has really logged some very good minutes here for the Mids.
I like the motion. I like the movement. Adam Lane, again, as you pointed out, Mike, nice quality time. They're getting PT playing time, getting good quality time. And Coach DeVoe there again, barking out some orders to his team, or to the official, I might add. My point being, though, with Adam Lane, good movement without the ball. Got himself in position, Mike, where he get an offensive putback and do the foul.
2 rebounds so far, and Parkland High School's all-time leading scorer has his first point in a Navy uniform. Let me say this, I'm very honored to be part of it. A young man who we have watched throughout a great three-year career at Parkland, dominated the Mountain Valley Conference. He was the player of the year as a junior. He was also an outstanding football player, decided to put all his energies into basketball, and it has landed him a spot on this Navy basketball team. 2 for 2 from the line, his first points at Navy for Adam Lane. And fittingly, they come here in the Lehigh Valley. There's Lane with a block defensively. He's playing a heck of a game.
And all of a sudden, Mountain Hawks are stuck on 21 as we see Adam Lane now taking the ball strong to the window, as we did numerous times at Parkland. And he's been a real spark plug for this team, Mike. Now it's 21-17, midshipman early, down 4, and Lehigh struggling on the offensive end.
Now, Rich, we've always talked about it, where there's adversity, and there is some right now with Navy and their inability, there's opportunity. And freshman Adam Lane has come off the bench to help ignite the Navy cause as they battle back to within 4, 21-17. Another look at his first field goal.
You know what I like about this, Mike? He got an opportunity to go to the foul line, where again he can relax and score, get comfortable. Now he got a layup in transition. Now when he takes a good look from the arc and he has the time, he feels a little bit more confident. He's got a couple of baskets under his belt, and that's what every scorer likes to do. Get that first bucket, get that comfort level going, and then let the offense come to you.
Rich had an opportunity to talk to Bob Simmons, assistant under Billy Taylor. And I think the coaching staff was excited for tonight's game. This is a Lehigh team, won their first 5, went on the road, lost at Holy Cross, lost at Colgate. I think this was a really, looking at it as a real good test of the character of this team. They're being challenged right now. And Navy, despite their record, this is going to be a tough W for this Lehigh team. You can just get that feel, you get that sense. Navy program, the Navy players just work too hard, and Lehigh's going to need to be on their game. And here's Savovich in some trouble and turns it over. Here comes Ty Matthews, who's checked in for the Mids.
And one thing the midshipmen can do, Mike, they can send waves of players at you, because Coach DeVoe goes deep into the bench, as we see number 23, Francis Ebong, getting 2 more to bring this game to within 2 now. Mountain Hawks, let's see now, they have to have an answer on this with this offensive set. They've been stuck on 21 now for a number of minutes.
Ebong, 4 points. It was a 10-point Lehigh lead. Savovich for 3 won't go, and a push-off on Manzarek.
And Adam Lane's going to make another trip to the foul line.
Go filling up off the Lehigh bench. Replacing Manzarek. Manzarek's second foul. And Adam Lane back to the stripe. Having a perfect night. 1 for 1 in field goals, 2 for 2 from the stripe.
Adam Lane, and now the announcer even said, I saw the foul, they pointed to Adam Lane, but now they put number 23, Francis Ebong, to the line, Mike. So one official had it one way and they called it the other, I guess. I'm not sure, but he makes the first.
No, Ebong's just a 49%er from the stripe. And again, an area where Navy could use some improvement at 66%. But Ebong gets the first. Earlier this year, he was named Patriot League Player of the Week. He's a terrific, terrific player. And that not bad for a 49%er. He leads the team in block shots. We're tied at 21. Navy on a 10-0 run. Gil Phillip. Rod Tia. Wow, crowd has been somewhat taken out of it as well. Gil Phillip had to get rid of it in a hurry, and here's Ebong. Nope. Gil Phillip.
Good hustle by Gil Phillip to require that loose basketball.
Savovich. A little hesitation on the baseline. Goes baseline to Mitch. Here's Rod Tia for 3. And Lehigh in one of those down modes, just having a rough time finding the well. They are now shooting just 34%.
And it seems like the midshipmen might have picked up some confidence on the offensive end. You know, the defense will always be there for the midshipmen, but now they seem to be playing with a little bit more confidence as they work the ball.
Tia, the rebound on the Navy miss. Savovich, with some help, will go himself. Offensive board for Zoe. He's very good at that. 23-21 lead.
He finally breaks the drought at the 3:30 mark.
Ebong kicks it out to the perimeter, making it look easy right now. Mitch Moore drains the jumper. He averages 6 a game, tied at 23. We've been talking about Adam Lane. I think Rich Fatsinger's somewhere. Well, I know he's not watching tonight's game because he's got a pretty important encounter with Central Catholic. We'll have that one for you same night, but maybe try to catch a replay. Brad Shelahowski, of course, a teammate of Adam Lane at Parkland, a reserve for Lehigh. Inside as Cowgill hustles the deuce. Cowgill, one of 3 players to start now in all 21 ball games. His numbers up in Patriot League play, averaging 7-9 a game.
Good move by Cowgill with posting up inside. Good use of it. Good footwork to create some space, and again, got it up off the window to give his team a 2-point lead.
Lane thinks about a 3. Relocates to Matthews. Matthews now with 17 on the clock. Shot clock, that is. Cross court, Lane for 3. His first miss of the game. Savovich. He has help. Rod Tia to his right. And a foul on Fernandez. That's a good job by Zoe, pushing it up court.
Nice job of Zavovich again to keep the offense flowing, Mike, in terms of creating offense by pushing the basketball up, as we see number 20, Rod Tia, back in the lineup now. The 5'11 junior knows how to get to the glass quickly, good overall quickness. He'll get to shoot two. I'm looking at Adam Lane. Youngster looks a little tired to me right about now, Mike. It's only been a short time, but that he's been in there. But certainly, again, the emotional component. When you're playing back in the Lehigh Valley and you're working hard, and again, until he gets his legs about him, he's playing well, obviously, for the midshipman, and certainly Coach DeVoe thinks he's playing well. But I think he saw the same thing I did, just a little bit. And there's Coach DeVoe standing up and patting him on the back, letting him know you did a nice job coming off the bench, son, and you're going to see some more playing time in the near future, guaranteed.
Teammates there to welcome him as well. They realize how emotional this has to be for a player going back, and of course Navy does as good a job as anybody recruiting nationwide, and very bright moment for Adam Lane. Timeout on the court. We've got 2:23 to go first half. Good ball game. 27-23 Lehigh.
It's the best, it's the fastest.
I'll never go back to a dial-up connection.
Give me a cable modem any day. High-speed internet access from your cable system.
It's unbelievably fast.
It's all about speed.
Downloads happen in like no time at all.
This cable modem just screams.
Cable modems rate higher in customer satisfaction than DSL or dial-up connection.
I'll never go back to DSL.
It was so easy.
Lightning fast, super easy. I wish I'd gotten it sooner.
Yes, they have a special shooting contest. Bob Holder. Now somewhere, Jerry Radoka. Now I know I told you I had Radoka and Whitehall on. They worked with Bob Holder, and I told him he was gonna. I told him he just wasn't like Glenn Huffman telling him, yeah, maybe next year, son, maybe next year. Bob Holder, who was involved in sales at WAEB AM 790. Oh, he's gonna hate us for showing that. Didn't draw iron, my goodness. How's he gonna live that one down? Back to work, and it has been everything and more for this Lehigh team, looking to improve on a 5-2 record in league play. Navy at 2-5, and they turn it over. Good defense that time by the Hawks.
Yeah, Scott Rowan got in a little trouble there. Good help defense by the Mountain Hawks, and got called for the walk. A little bit out of control. You get a good look at Coach Don DeVoe, the Dean of the Patriot League coaches, in his 11th season, 30th overall.
And we have a stoppage here momentarily. And Cowgill the inbounds for Lehigh.
Midshipman will stay with that aggressive man-to-man in the closing 2 minutes of this half, as we see number 10 elevate. And that's Zato Savovich showing you he can knock him down from the arc. Nothing but nylon. Puts his team up 7 with 1:45 left in the half.
Z now has 9, 1 for 5 from beyond the arc. Jason Fernandez quickly an answer at the other end. His first bucket. He has 3 points.
And Mike, that's important. If the midshipmen want to stay in this basketball game, they have to learn to respond, and they've energized themselves on the road, and their offense has been clicking much better than it has been in the past.
1:20 to go. Halftime, they will honor the 1988 East Coast Conference Championship team. 21-win season, the most by any Lehigh team. Darren Queenan, Mike Palaha, 2 1,000-point scores. Savovich, with time running out on the shot clock, delivers for the Hawks. Zoe now with 11, the first player on either team to reach double figures.
Let's see if the midshipmen have a response now on this side of the court. As they go back inside the long, nice delivery there by number 12. Jason Jean-Pierre gets it down inside the to the post, but certainly again Scott Long couldn't handle it. Good defense, good rotation on the part of the Mountain Hawks. Get a finger on it.
No, interesting, Rich. You know, Matt Logie picked up those 2 fouls. I don't know that we saw him for the rest of the half. So he only played a little bit better than 5 minutes. Of course, he was a factor because he hit those 2 threes with 6 points. Well, if Lehigh can get it to the break with that situation not changing, and obviously Billy Taylor wanted to make sure it didn't change, and it hasn't. Well, Logie will have 2 fouls, but Lehigh leading 32-27. Personal foul here on Tia, his first team's 9th. Sends Scott Long to the line. He's an 82%er. He's a good one. 91 of 111. He averages 11-9 a game. That's actually the team's leading scorer. And up in Patriot League play at 14-1. Savovich. About a 9-second differential in the shot and game clock, and he got his pocket picked. Good defense by Matthews. For Navy an opportunity to have the last shot. Down 4. It was at one point a 10-point Lehigh lead. Fernandez. And now it's loose. Retrieved, and Rod Tia, they're going to call him for a foul.
Fans not happy about the call. Official right on top of that. Coach Billy Taylor even up walking and talking on that one. Let's see what happens here. There's the securing it. Whoa. He made the call. It looked like that was pretty clean from this end. I don't know if just the way he reached in there, the official had a bad angle. Just like a player needs a good angle to make a shot, make a cut. Official needs a good angle, positioning to make the call. May have not had that angle. Let's see. Oh, I see what he's saying.
Hand.
The right hand or the left hand. He's reaching over, wrap around. We got him both ways. Good camera work, guys.
Yeah. Missed free throw, and now there's a foul on Navy, and that's going to be on Scott Long. And that will send Lehigh to the line. That's not a foul Don DeVoe was looking for his team to take. So both teams. I'm not so sure there. 32-29, Zoe go with a step to the free throw line. 11 points already. He's made 5 of 10 field goals in his first trip to the line. First player other than Rod Tia to go to the free throw line for Lehigh. Tia's made 4 for 4.
Nice stroke. You look at Coach Billy Taylor.
Zoe 71% from the stripe, 13.7 rebounds in their loss last Sunday at Colgate. Then gets a pair. 34-29. 5 seconds. 0-4 in. Bouncing to Fernandez at the horn. It will count for 3. So Navy on the road, battling tough with Lehigh. It's a 2-point ball game. When we come back, as we leave you with Fernandez's 3, it's 34-32 when we come back. The ECC 1988 Lehigh championship team. Second half. My goodness, was it great to see Darren Queen. And you talk about a competitor and a terrific young man. Over 2,700 career points, and that's not a good sign. That is injured Lehigh player, and that is Rod Tia, and he in some obvious pain.
And we're hoping it's not that shoulder, Mike, that was separated earlier. And I think, Mike, just one comment on Darren Queen, and I think my comments are the ones of all the fans that had the pleasure of watching Darren and Mike Palaha play basketball here at Lehigh, and the entertainment that they gave to all of us in terms of their competitiveness and their athleticism. And Mike Palaha obviously coming from Central Catholic High School, and I believe Bobby Schlosser was his head coach at that point in time, and certainly I know Coach Schlosser was proud of his player as he moved on into Lehigh and set records here, and was just a great opportunity for the fans, and we congratulate both of them for giving us all that great basketball during that decade.
And as you saw, Rod Tia escorted off the court, and that did indeed seem to be. I mean, he got whacked right on that shoulder, and we certainly hope that that has not re-injured that. Rod Tia trying to make a comeback from his shoulder injury, has been taken off the court. So he is replaced in the lineup by number 11, Nick Monzere. Turnover, and Lehigh's going to have to regroup now emotionally. They're leading but by just 2. Fernandez inside Ebong, kick it outside, Matthews.
Good matchup, Ebong and Matt Crawford in the paint area.
Long, that has his pocket picked by Monzere. Here's Nick Monzere dishing to Logie, who's pushed from behind, no call, and Logie made the left-hand layup, and Billy Taylor worked for the official as they go by. Looked like he was just shoved, but Logie able to score the bucket. That's 8 for Logie in very limited minutes so far. Monzere off the Navy mess. Here's Salvovich wheeling. Here's Logie.
Mountain Hawks much quicker tempo the early part of this second half as Matt Crawford goes strong to the basket to draw the foul. Matt Crawford has to get active as well as the other inside people. Kalga and others have to get active on the inside, create some offense. Again, Matt Logie does a good job of taking the ball from the right hand Mike to the left hand in case the defense came from that direction. As you point out, got a kind of a push from behind. The official didn't call it. We see Matt Crawford going to the line, shooting 2.
Well, and you mentioned, Crawford improving inside. You reach the point of the year where you do need to start to get better every game if you're going to keep winning, and that could be an area. Adam Lane back in for Navy along with number 22, Quintrell McCreary, 6'6" senior. Yeah, that's a tongue twister there until you get used to that one. And there you go, the ball's stuck in the basket. Yep, no extra points for that. 38-32 Lehigh. And here comes Navy. Lane, if you are just tuning in, scoring his first points in his Navy career, has 4 in the first half. That is heat number 45. Leaves for Matthews. Inside Ebong.
Ebong isolated, now to go one-on-one with Matt Crawford. Boy, nice step through and duck under. Didn't finish though, but again,
Adam Lane there on the offensive board, but missed the foul.
And Midshipman very active on the rebounding part of both offense and defense, and certainly Crawford's going to have to elevate his game also inside if they're going to be competitive.
Crawford misfires in a violent collision involving 3 players, and Logie absolutely the worst of it, and it will be Lehigh basketball. Logie's not going to win too many of these battles with Mr. Ebong. Get another look.
That's what they call incidental contact. Boy, that hurts though, isn't it? Wow.
Don't tell that's incidental to Matt Logie. 38-32 Lehigh. Here is Ebong now on the offensive end. And the rebound to Cowgill. Yes, if that was football, that would have been a decleater. Nearly turn it over. Logie retreats. Late looking inside. He thought Crawford was going to continue cutting across. And Lehigh fortunate to still have possession.
And he wanted Matt Crawford to come across the lane there. It looked like he could get him ISO deep in the paint area for the easy basket. Good out of bounds play here as Matt Logie comes up with the left hand. A little too strong though. And here come the midshipmen. You don't want this team to hang around too long, Mike. They're going to play with more and more confidence if you allow them to hang on. So let's see if the Mountain Hawks can get a little spurt here, get double-digit lead.
McQuarrie. This is Quintrell. He may have traveled and he did. Good recovery defense that time by the Mountain Hawks, and Don DeVoe will go to his bench. Scott Long.
And the lineup for the Navy, number 30, Scott Long.
38-32, 17-11 to go. Second half. Lehigh women already a winner. They remain in a first-place tie with Holy Cross. Men looking to stay 1 game back on the Crusaders in the men's standings. Backdoor and just didn't get there as Ebong read the pass. Turnover Lehigh. They're 8th of the ball game. Navy's turned it over 10 times. That's one area where Lehigh has done a much better job this year, averaging a little better than 2 turnovers less per game.
And they've done a much better job of taking care of the basketball, as we see number 45. There's Adam Lane coming out of the basketball game. He'll take a seat and rest for a while. Jean-Pierre back into the game now.
And the bad news on the injury from Rod Tia is dislocated shoulder once again. And we could just see that. He took a pretty good whack on it. Cowgill. Young lady Tara, who's spotting for us, seated down at the scorer's table. And you need those eyes and ears happening down there courtside. Of course, because of our extended coverage of the local high school scene, we're unable to have a courtside reporter tonight. Al DiCarlo and Jim Wills are working the Parkland Central Catholic game, of which, if you're watching this one live on a Saturday night, coming your way tonight, 9:30, we're going to get out of here, and I know that's where I'm going. Of course, Parkland needs to win to get into the tournament, and then if not, that puts the onus on the Allen Canaries, and we'll have that one for you tomorrow, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, next day coverage. So we'll see how it all shakes out. Business on hand here is Lehigh, looking to remain perfect at home here at Stabler. They're 9-0 coming in. 4-7 on the road for an overall mark of 13-7.
On the other hand, we're looking at a team that really struggles on the road, but tonight they found a little offense in the second half or the first half and did a nice job of coming down from as many as 8 to 10 points. And now Coach DeVoe wants to talk a little bit about hoops, especially on the offensive end, as we see again highlight here of Fernandez, number 3, trying to enter the ball into the post play. So good defense there.
That's the injury on Tia. You'll see. Watch, he's going to take it right on that shoulder. You can absolutely.
There it is, yeah.
Even if he had a healthy shoulder there, I think. Yeah, you can see him grimacing. Yeah.
Ouch. Yeah, you don't like to see that happen. Yeah. I mean, just starting to come back and feel comfortable out there, and unfortunately, re-injured it.
It was he prior to the regular season, and he was at one of the program's functions at one of the local elementary schools, and we were out with our TV2 News doing a nightly news story, and he said, you know, we're going to surprise a lot of people. He said it right away. I mean, so he sensed right away that there was a little bounce in the step, that this was a little different attitude that was going to come from this Lehigh program, and there's a follow by Scott Long, who continues to give it his all here, and he now has 7.
Gets his team within 6.
No Navy player yet to reach double figures. He is their leading scorer, and that has been their downfall. Once again, it'll never be for lack of effort when it comes from this Navy program.
The defense keeps them in a lot of basketball games. They really make you work, and again, they try to create offense off their defense whenever possible.
Well, the one thing that they've always had is balance under Don DeVoe, and obviously with the lack of offense, that's not been there. But, you know, the rest of the intangibles are the defense, the rebounding. Here's Salvovich.
The idea for the Mountain Hawks to run as much as possible this half night. Try to get some easy baskets. Force the midshipmen again into a situation where you have numbers and get some quick scores and try to take some of the fight out of that.
Logie, that may have been partially deflected. Last touch off Lehigh. And we're going to take a full timeout. 15:08 to go. Lehigh clinging to a 6-point lead. Back in a minute.
Can't go back. I won't go back.
Spend all your time just watching that little wheel spin.
Cable modem, that's the way to go.
High-speed internet access from your cable system.
Our dial-up connection took forever.
That noise it makes when it goes online, that...
What you need is a cable modem.
Cable modems rate higher in customer satisfaction than DSL or dial-up connections.
Not wrong.
Lightning fast, super easy.
I'm all over that.
Lehigh home this Tuesday against Bucknell. We will have next day coverage at 3 on Wednesday. Yes, hi there. Everybody having a nice time. Michael Yadish and his wife son Jack somewhere around. I hope they're not looking for him.
76. Lehigh Athletics. Thank you.
Boy, Jack's getting big.
Lehigh basketball 2003.
Attendance tonight, 3,276. About time. You and I have been around here now for the last couple of years, Coach, and we
Love the noise.
sympathized with these athletes who we know work so very hard, maybe not rewarded in terms of their wins, but it's about time that their efforts start to get recognized. And we've talked about it time and time again with the Lehigh women as well. There is a terrific group, and don't be surprised that they don't make a serious run at the league championship along with these guys this year. We could be in for a very special 3-4 weeks coming up with Lehigh basketball. Monterey earns a trip to the free throw line. But maybe napping a little bit there. You don't normally, you don't see that too often.
And Coach Don DeVoe was a little upset about that too, because good recognition though on the part of the Mountain Hawks. Zoe Savovich again getting it to Monterey out in front. Draws a foul, he'll get to shoot 2.
3.4 points a game. He's made 5 starts this year. Trying to find his stroke from the line. Just above 55%. Hasn't attempted a whole lot of them and gets 2 here. Dane Mickelson to give Mike Calgill a breather.
It's one of the real pluses I think Coach Billy Taylor has to be pleased with as he evaluated the first half of the Patriot League. He really got some quality time and play out of a lot of his bench people, and they really have nice chemistry now mixing with those starters, and he has a nice rotation that he's created, and that's certainly a positive getting into this part of the season.
Long, dishing to Matthews, baseline. Leaves for Jean-Pierre, went left hand, still has it. Now Nurse finally the rebound.
Good strong board by Nurse there, another contributor.
Logie relocates and a tough shot.
He can create. The young man knows how to create offense and does a good job there of knocking down a little 7-footer. Tough shot on the baseline as Nurse comes up with another rebound. And again, Zozovich is pushing the issue now, trying to create some mismatches. Good pass, good finish. That Hawks are running, Mike, and it's working.
Mickelson from Zozovich, 46-34 Lehigh by a dozen. And timeout Navy. There's Don DeVoe, not a happy head coach right now.
Well, certainly it's to the advantage of the Mountain Hawks to get that transition game in high gear. Again, this team will wear you out and beat you up in half court. So here we see Matt Logie showing you, though, how he learns how to create, being denied penetration. And Zozovich, again, we say he's an excellent passer, knows how to create offense, and there's a good job of good court vision, dumping it off to number 40, and that was Dane Mickelson making the finish there and establishing, again, a 12-point lead for the Mountain Hawks. Nice little run.
Mentioned at the half, they honored the 88 East Coast Conference Championship team. The players on hand were Chris Block, Bruce Breeden, Scott Lair, one of the all-time great point guards here in Lehigh, and of course Mike Palaha and Darren Queenan, 2 members of their Hall of Fame who had, we talked to Q or Darren Queenan at halftime out of nearby Norristown, and of course Mike Palaha, Central Catholic grad. Special night for a special group of young men, 21-win season and an East Coast Conference Championship. Did not win the regular season. They lost a couple of games that looked like it might get away from them, but boy, did they turn it around in the tournament. Long, a tough move. That's going to count in a foul. Boy, Don DeVoe gets a lot of mileage out of timeouts, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. And Scott Long is one of those contributors, Mike. He's been there all season long, double-digit scorer. And here's again, that's just strength and a good, strong finish with a nice, soft touch. Takes it to the defense, challenge them. Again, they work hard at putting the ball down inside. This young man knows how to finish.
I think what our viewers have to understand there is your team's down 12. Don DeVoe calls a timeout. That's what he asked for. He said, I want Scott Long down there, and I want him getting the basketball, and I want him to deliver. And there it is. A 3-point play to get it back to a single-digit game. Adam Lane back in for Navy, replacing Jason Fernandez.
I think one of the things that I noticed in the first half stats that was important is that the midshipmen did a great job from shooting the ball from the perimeter, especially from the three-point arc. They were shooting 42% from the arc, 3 for 7. And certainly that's a part of the offense that they're going to need to have if they want to, again, be competitive at home or on the road.
Logie had a 3 rim out. Now in transition, Navy turns it over. And a timeout. As Monterey, there's your favorite call. You really like that one, huh?
Yeah, right.
A timeout, huh? Yes, the timeout that Coach.
Very difficult to convince me that there's, I mean, again, my bias, no one else's, about that timeout in that situation. But certainly rules there, and I don't blame the young men for taking advantage of it whenever it occurs.
The women 68-57 over Navy. There was the all-time leading scorers here in Lehigh. Darren Quinlan, 27-03. At the time he graduated, that was the 12th best number in the country. Mike Palaha second, Chuck Penn, Alan Grad seventh. Look at Matt Logie.
Matt Logie right up there.
He's getting there.
Nice pass.
Good look inside, but it was partially deflected. I believe it was Long who got a piece of it. And it remains 46-37.
Good recovery by the midshipman. Looked like an easy basket. As we see Jean-Pierre again. Nice penetration, but he couldn't finish. Tap in. Scott Long again. He's very active on that offensive glass. Keeps his team within striking distance.
Now has 5 rebounds to go along with those 12 points. He's the team's leading scorer. 46-39. And there's Long defensively. He's going to call, why not? There it is. Keep on doing it. Get the basketball called timeout. Heads up player. He's having a heck of a game tonight. Averaging 11-9 per game. He now has 12. And offensively, at least single-handedly keeping his team in this one. Next to him, Ebong has 6, as does Fernandez.
Right now, Coach DeVoe's telling in terms of anticipating that obviously the offense on the inside part of their offensive package has been fine. Good effort on their offensive rebounding. Again, they're doing a nice job there, but they're still going to have to generate some offense in that perimeter and get some good looks. And eventually the Mountain Hawks are going to pack that post play in there and really double down and triple down and prevent those passes from coming in. So somebody's going to have to step up in the perimeter and make some baskets, or the dribble penetration has to come in order for the offense to get that balance that Coach DeVoe's looking for.
Don DeVoe, one of just, I believe it's 29 coaches to take 3 different programs to the NCAA tournament. Did it with Virginia Tech, Tennessee on 6 occasions, and of course here at Navy 3 times.
Nice help there by Zozanovic again. Nice pass inside.
That was Lane trying to set up Ebong, but Ebong, you can see Navy's just struggling offensively. I mean, Ebong and Jean-Pierre, they're in position, but they're not finishing. That's got to be a real concern for Don DeVoe. You can put players in position if they do not deliver, then of course there's going to be problems.
Yeah, when you're in that close and you have dead aim, Mike, you really want to knock it down, and certainly Coach DeVoe knows that, and they'll make up for it on the defensive end now.
Need a break, 46-39 Lehigh.
Connecting with a cable modem means you're always on, anytime you want, without tying up a phone line. Download music, talk to friends, share pictures, play games. The possibilities are endless. Connect at the speed of life with a cable modem, faster than dial-up or DSL. High-speed internet service. Get it today.
Parkland Central Catholic, same night coverage. Lehigh Valley Conference basketball coming your way next. I'll tell you, 4 basketball games tonight. Wrestling this afternoon. I want to commend our entire crew, our production staff, headed by Andy Himmelwright. Of course, Jim Kramer is our general manager, and of course the president and owner of Service Electric Cable Television, Mr. John Walson Jr. Commending everybody for a great day of sports here, and we certainly hope that our subscribers are enjoying our coverage of local high school, college right here, and of course Lehigh's big win over Cornell in wrestling this afternoon. But a terrific day. Errant pass, well, not so much an errant pass, more mishandled by Mickelson. Turnover number 11 against Lehigh.
The right idea there, Mike. The defense got carried away on the screen and all rotated, and Zavovich thought he could get it in there, and just Mickelson couldn't handle it. Good idea.
You know, Rich, everybody's talking about this year's team as there's an offensive foul on Ebon, and that's a nice play by Mickelson to come back and keep his head up and play good defense. And everybody's talking about the players and what the difference is and the confidence. You know, as I look at Billy Taylor, the second youngest head coach in Division 1A basketball at 29, you know, he exudes confidence. And I think that's,
exactly.
you know, that's
top down.
Yeah, he's a confident young man. He's confident in his abilities as a coach, and you know, his approach to the game, his communication with athletes.
Good spacing now by the Mountain Hawks. Again, last time out, they got what they wanted. They just didn't finish. As Zavovich, again, the turnaround jump shot comes up a little bit short. We're going to have a loose ball rebound foul here, I believe, on number 40. Dane Mickelson will pick up the foul. His second, team foul number 3.
Sub in for each team. Mitch Moore checks in for Navy. Ebong a breather. Gil Phillen, the Mountain Hawks, in place of Monzere.
I stand corrected. That's team foul number 2 for the Mountain Hawks, as Adam Lane gets the ball in the wing, looks to dump down inside. This young man has been very active, and I'm talking about Long there coming up short. That was Scott Long making a nice move, but just a little bit too hard with the left hand off of a midshipman, so the Mountain Hawks will put it in play. We're looking at 10-19, 46-39. Mountain Hawks 7-point lead.
Matt Crawford for Mickelson. And Stevenson is also checked in for Lehigh. So it's Stevenson, number 23, Gil Phillen with the basketball, Crawford, Nurse, and Savovich for Lehigh.
Important stretch here for the midshipmen. And again, they don't want to get this back to they don't want to let it get to double digits now. They really got to tighten up on the defensive end. By the same token, the Mountain Hawks want to really put some pressure on them now and start to put some distance between them. And right now we saw Savovich taking a nice jump shot, a little too hard, popped out. As a result, again, another rebound foul occurring there.
Over the top on Nurse, his third, team's third. And this is the part of the game where the Lehigh women were able to put some distance in and hold off Navy. Very important stretch right now for both clubs. Lane going to Matthews. There is Adam. Somehow I think Brad Shelahowski is enjoying watching his former Parkland teammate as Jean-Pierre cuts the deficit to 5.
And it's a good decision to go to Jean-Pierre. He's comfortable out there with the ball in his hand in the pressure situations. Let's see again now if the Mountain Hawks can spread this defense, take away the help, try to get some isolations or some penetration as they look to go inside to Matt Crawford.
Poked out of bounds with 11 on the shot clock. Matt Logie back in for the Mountain Hawks. Stevenson heads to the bench. There is Shelahowski. Over 100 threes his senior year at Parkland. 6'1" sophomore guard. Savovich. Gil Phillen. Forced off the mark by some good defense. Here's Logie's 3 off the heel of the rim. And a rebound to Navy. Opportunity to dig into a 5-point deficit. A low-scoring game, which is what Navy is looking to try and create in every outing. Here's Lane for 3, short, and the rebound to Crawford.
We got a very good look at that. Came up a little short. But certainly, again, Coach DeVoe wants them to look at the basket, and if it's there, take it.
Absolutely, they're struggling for scores.
They're looking
Logie for three. This time it's down the well. And he's been on range, 13 points. He has attempted just 10 shots, but made 5 of them, including 3 of 6 from beyond the arc. Hold on Zoe.
Idea was good, angle was bad. Zoe knew it when he, again, anticipating, and good defense starts with anticipation, as we see Matt Logie line up another 3 ball, knock it down, nice rhythm, nice release of the basketball. One of the best.
Jason Fernandez in for Navy. Mike Calgill checks in for Lehigh. Jean-Pierre a breather. Lane to inbounds for the Mids.
Fresh legs, I said, the midshipmen will send waves of players at you to try and wear you down, and this is the time when fatigue could be a factor for either team.
Backdoor, Lane has it swatted away by Crawford. Great reaction by Matt Crawford.
Nice job on the defensive end by Matt Crawford. As you pointed out, Mike leads the team in block shots. 3 tonight already, at least 3.
Logie inside. Calgill. Up under. Pretty move, no bucket. Rebound Navy. Here comes O'Fleury. Moore. Got it. It's 49-43, and that was with pretty good defensive pressure from Crawford.
Midshipmen are not going away. 7:15 left in the second half. They're hanging on.
Logie, boy, he's feeling it all night.
Yes. Saw it early. Unfortunately, got in foul trouble, as you pointed out, Mike, and had to sit the better part of that first half. But nice screen, allowing the score to get a good look, and nylon is the name of the game when it comes to Matt Logie.
6 for 11 now. He has 15 points to lead all scorers. Savovich with 13. That's the way it's been this year for Lehigh. And the rebound off the Navy miss to the Mountain Hawks. Savovich sees a little opening and leaves for Crawford, who sends it down.
See, that all starts with Savovich, though. Look up there, I watched the rebound. He looks down the court, good court vision. Now he uses the speed dribble. Now he's forcing everybody to stay with him. And then Matt Crawford did the right thing. He's coming right down the center of the court, and he's eyeballing Zoe. And he knows once the defense commits, he's going to be wide open for the slam and the foul. Good job of Zoe creating offense. Good job of Matt Crawford filling the lane and finishing nice and strong.
Now, Crawford had one of his top offensive performances of the year against Navy. He had 14 points and 9 rebounds.
Yes.
Obviously a rebound away from the double-double. He has 4 points now tonight to go along with a half-dozen rebounds.
Nice little spurt there by the Mountain Hawks, and that's the game of basketball. It's won and lost in teams that can either curtail or maintain those spurts. And here's a good example of the Mountain Hawks getting a little spurt here, trying to create some distance as Matt Crawford gives his team an 11-point lead with 6:35 left in this one.
Timeout. We'll send you back to our TV2 studios. You are watching Patriot League basketball on Service Electric Cable TV2.
Connecting with a cable modem means you're always on, anytime you want, without tying up a phone line. Download music, talk to friends, share pictures, play games. The possibilities are endless. Connect at the speed of life with a cable modem, faster than dial-up or DSL. High-speed internet service. Get it today.
Crawford making his presence known on both ends. Billy Taylor, their head coach, is chasing history. First-year coaching marks here at Lehigh. The 13 wins tie him in the modern era with Fran McCaffrey. Roy Hetman had 12 his first year. The great Pete Carrill had 11. And, of course, Roy Geary back in 1916, 1917. the best first year among coaches at Lehigh with 15 wins. With a win here tonight, Billy Taylor could get to 14. My goodness, I think they expected him to do a good job here, but I don't know that they could have predicted this. Not out of the woods here, and certainly not talking about another W, that's for sure. Three-pointer off the mark, rebound by Crawford, who all of a sudden has really energized this team. Savovich goes hard into the back support, but he looked like he was pretty well ready to take a pretty good hit there. Yes.
Well, I'll tell you, Zoe picks up the tempo of this basketball game. He really forces the defense. Now, they're chasing, and that's exactly what you want. I mean, here he knows with Ratia getting hurt again. He's got to take over at the point guard spot, and he just pushes the ball to the point where we see. Unfortunately, he takes a hit there, but again, very durable young man, able to take it. The point I'm making now, he knows the transition game is going to work for them if they can create it, and he does a good job of doing that.
The Mountain Hawk mascot had to retrieve the basketball. Give that Hawker an assist. 1 assist for number 13, Savovich, to the line. 3 times Patriot League Player of the Week. He had 19, including a 3. In their first win against Navy, you see his numbers: 14 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds. Zoe had 13 and 7 rebounds in the most recent game against Colgate. Been consistent. One of 2, rebound to Ebon, 55-43. 6:04 to go in regulation. Paul Bonilla, number 40 in for Navy. Fernandez swings it to Jean-Pierre, and there's a hold off the ball. They're going to get Lehigh, and by the reaction, it looked like Calville, number 32, and it is.
Talk about Zoe on the offensive end. Savovich can just play a solid defense there. He's picking up Jason Jean-Pierre, and again, Jean-Pierre is not getting any looks from the arc. They know where the three-point score. They know who the three-point scorer is on this team, and certainly Zoe Savovich has done a good job. As Matt Crawford deflects it, and Zoe picks up the miscue on the part of the midshipman. At point Mike played solid offense and solid defense.
Boy, Crawford playing right now the way they would like to see him play. Dunks on offense, blocks, stepping in there defensively. Savovich trying to turn the corner, and there'll be a foul against Navy.
And that's got to be a part of the game that Coach Billy Taylor has to be happy with, as you pointed out, Mike. If Matt Crawford and others can continue to contribute and improve on that phase of the game, inside the defense, inside the offense, that's something that this team needs to have in the arsenal if they're going to be successful in the latter part of this season to try and make a run for the Patriot League Championship.
Here's Savovich now has missed 2 in a row. Now 3 for 5 from the line. And it remains a 12-point lead.
Coming up on crunch time, Mike, coming at 5-minute mark. If the midshipmen have something left, they're going to have to start finding a way now to get some points and play some good D.
Well, Fernandez hit that big 3 at the end of the half, but Crawford's there, held ball. It's going to stay with Navy.
Good play on both sides.
Yes.
Good play on both sides, Mike. As you point, Ebon goes for the nice strong rebound. Excellent hustle on his part, crashing the boards. And then you're going to see, again, Matt Crawford doing the right thing. Again, waits till the defense exposes the ball. Offense, exposes the ball. Hand on the ball. Good call by the official.
5:04 to go. Inside, long. Tough bounce pass, but it is handled by Bonilla. He misfires Jean-Pierre inside. Then Jason earns a trip to the free throw line. But again, Navy struggles continue. Boy, they're not finishing at all.
Look at their shot chart too, Mike, and I'm sure Coach DeVoe looks at it, and there are times probably Excedrin headache number 42 perhaps, because he realizes all those putbacks, again, they're not getting anything out. In this case, they did. They got obviously the foul, and then they've got to capitalize, and as Jean-Pierre misses the first of a 2-shot foul. But that's their difficulty all season long, Mike. Just that inconsistency on the offensive end. Boy, they really play hard defensively.
Shooting 33% tonight, 23% on their threes. Their free throw shooting, by the way, they've been shooting all year, was good, 84%, 11 for 13. They've turned it over 17 times. Navy has out-rebounded Lehigh so far, 32-23.
And yet you're down 11. And what does that tell you? Obviously, those offensive putbacks have come up short. This team has, the last 2 years, they've struggled in the offensive end, but this team has put up the least amount of points. As we see Matt Logie bowling away 6 feet off the arc, nylon.
I like to see Matt Logie shoot it about 15, 20 times tonight. I'll tell you what. He's 7 for 12 now for a very efficient 18 points. Keep in mind, he did not play close to 14 minutes in the first half.
Well, I said it in the opening, I'll say it again. What makes Matt Logie so good? His shot selection. He doesn't rush his offense. He allows his offense to develop within the framework of the team offense, and again, makes good decisions when he is open with the basket.
Well, here he is again with 12 on the shot clock. We're under 4. Savovich, he gets the 3, glances off the side of the rim, out of bounds, and last touched by Lehigh.
Timeout on the board.
Timeout, it's a full timeout, 3:48 to go. Lehigh looking for a perfect 10 at home. They lead it 58-44.
Connecting with a cable modem means you're always on, anytime you want, without tying up a phone line. Download music, talk to friends, share pictures, play games. The possibilities are endless. Connect at the speed of life with a cable modem, faster than dial-up or DSL. High-speed internet service. Get it today.
Matt Logie moving on up in the Patriot League. He's already the best here in Lehigh, and there you see what lies in front, one away from Tucker Neal. Seth Schaefer and Tyson Whitfield, you'd have to believe, depending on how long the season goes, perhaps might be in the targets of this young man. Boy, does he stroking it tonight. That is a treat to watch. Of course, that's if you're a Lehigh fan. If you're a Navy fan, I guess you're not enjoying it as much. 58-44, Mountain Hawks. Trying to put an end to a 2-game losing streak. Fernandez, block on Lehigh. No last thing Lehigh wants to do now is stop the clock and allow Navy opportunities at the free throw line, and they're going to get a one-on-one here. Crawford a breather. Good close. Well, I don't think we've seen the last of Matt Crawford, but he really had a nice 4 or 5 minute stretch there here in the second half.
Quality minutes, Mike, as you pointed out, gave him some nice offense as well as some solid defense.
Fernandez the first. He has struggled. Well, 6 of 10 from the line. Hasn't shot a lot of free throws. Coming off a 13-point effort. And a loss against Lafayette. Which Lafayette Navy, a special meeting in the Patriot League. Those two really did battles for the better part of 3 years in terms of regular season and tournament championships, and this one picked off by Lane, who has had a terrific game, but he turned it over.
Couldn't get the handle on it. Well, you got to give the young man credit, Mike. Good anticipation for the deflection, and then tried to pick up the basketball, but caught in that in-between state. Here it is right there again. See the extra step that occurred as he picked it up. If he would have kept it with the dribble, he would have been in good shape.
Adam Lane has 4 points and 6 rebounds for Navy. Ebong and Long have 7 each to lead the way as they have out-rebounded Lehigh 33-23. Timeout once again, Lehigh leading 58-46.
You've seen me on TV, now you can hear me on the radio. This is Service Electric's Al DiCarlo. Join me weekdays at 8:53 in the morning and 5:53 in the evening on the Sports Monster 1230 ESPN Radio as I profile area athletes and coaches from the high school, college, and pro level. The Lehigh Valley Sports Profile brings you the thoughts of athletes and coaches to the forefront. Weekdays at 8:53 in the morning and 5:53 in the evening on the Sports Monster 1230 ESPN Radio.
.58-46. With 3:22 to go here. We're getting all kind of information here, none of it usable, I might add. So we'll stick with what's on the scoreboard. Lehigh.
Well, we look at that 46 points that Navy put on the board tonight with 3:22 left. In the league, they've been only averaging 55 points. So certainly, again, that 46 is not surprising. They continue to struggle as they put pressure on now and try to create some offense. And there's a turnover, almost a turnover. As Gil Filler now takes it the distance and gets it to Nurse, he'll kick it back out to Matt Logie. They've got enough points. They just want to get a nice offensive set now. Good decision. If it's not there in transition off the press break, then you reset and run the O.
Well, Navy has had some tough offensive outings. 43 and a loss against Air Force.
Yes.
3 more for Matt Logie.
And we're talking from downtown. Mr. Logie has really got into a nice rhythm and is knocking it down.
Boy, and he has energized this crowd. I think they're thoroughly enjoying the work of Logie. 21 now for the senior captain on 5 for 8 from beyond the arc.
Nice job of moving the defense. Just with, again, for the young players out there. Notice the good ball fake again, and the jab step again, the old rocker series, we used to call that, Mike, again, where you jab, the defense fades on you, you step back and elevate, knock it down. The young man did a good job of doing it. Press continues by the midshipman, and Zoe Zavovich, excellent ball handler, does take care of the basketball, draws the foul. That'll be team foul number 8 for the midshipmen. So they'll go to the line, or Zoe Zavovich will go to the line to shoot the 1-and-1.
14 has missed his last 2 free throws. He settles in to bury the first. Lehigh home again Tuesday night against Bucknell. TV2 Sports will have next day coverage at 3 o'clock. The women's game will air Wednesday at 1. Again, will be played, of course, live here Tuesday night at 5:30. Bucknell, Molly Kramer for the women, the nation's leading scorer. And there's a block for Nurse. Nurse kind of a quiet night, but he's really played a lot of meaningful minutes this year for them.
Has done a nice job throughout the course of this season, coming off the bench and contributing wherever and whenever possible. Good spacing now by Lehigh as Matt Logie gets another clean look, and you know, just chalk it up. It's nylon time. In a rhythm. So nice, 66-46, Mike. That quick, we're looking at a 20-point deficit with 1:48 left, and Matt Logie has found a rhythm that he hopes he can continue to close the season with.
Well, it looks like Lehigh, as now they've opened up a 20-point lead, going to post a first regular season series sweep against Navy. My gosh, what I'm looking at is back to 1992. And like I said, some guys in front of him are in range, especially if he keeps going that way.
Yes.
But Navy has swept during the regular season in each of the last 7 years.
Again.
Boy, and the fans anticipating that one, showing he is human. 24 for Logie, 6 triples. Close ball game, and really the difference that turned out is Navy's inability to score. They were hanging in there for some tough defense, and then Logie just found another gear for his team.
Now we look at the stat sheet, Mike, and Coach DeVoe again has to look at each time, and he had one guy in double figures. I believe Scott Long has 12 points. No one else again in double digits, and it's very difficult when you can't get 4 ball players consistently into double digits. It doesn't have to be high double digits, but in double digits. And I said, coming into tonight's game in the league, they've been only averaging 55 points. I'm looking at it now. There's 46 on the board at 1:14 left.
One minute to go. Lehigh that far away from their 14th win of the season. It was interesting to hear Darren Queenan talk about his experience here. There's a foul for number 23, Stevenson. And this final not indicative of how doggedly Navy hung in this one. Not going to happen for him, and a rebound for Nurse. And Don DeVoe will call off the troops. 32 seconds. Lehigh win will up their home record to 10-0. Can you figure that turnaround? They won, what, 4 times here all of last year, 10-0 this year, 14-7 their overall mark. They are 6-2 and will remain 1 game back of first place, Holy Cross, in the Patriot League. Gonna have to take one more shot. The shot clock is winding down. It will not draw iron. Adam Lane the rebound to give him 7. Lehigh a winner here by 20. Your final 68-46. We're going to take a break. When we come back, winning head coach Billy Taylor and Matt Logie.
Welcome to the Radisson Hotel Bethlehem, located on Main Street in historic Bethlehem. If your plans call for a stay in the Lehigh Valley, you'll be sure to enjoy our old-fashioned hospitality. Built in 1922, the Radisson Hotel Bethlehem features beautiful guest rooms, 2 restaurants, and banquet facilities to accommodate any occasion from parties to relaxing getaways. So join us at the Radisson Hotel Bethlehem. We look forward to seeing you.